What do you say to those people that want to throw out that, well, you're linked to this WEF?
Again, look at, listen to what I'm saying. With the WEF is the World Economic Forum. With that, I go back to 2012 when I was first elected to Congress. There was a lot of buzz around my election, and none of it was created by me. But I was brought in, and there were headlines and news stories saying, Tulsi Gabbard's a rising star in the Democratic Party.
Right.
We'll see her in the White House one day. There's endless potential. And, a lot of it was, I think, because I checked a lot of their identity politics boxes.
Right.
And they thought that I was going to come and be like everybody else, where they could tell me what to say or tell me what to do, and I'll just toe the line. And okay, cool. Then we'll just lift her up and kind of set her up for success in politics in their own mind. And so some of the things that happened as a result of this narrative that they created, thinking I was going to allow myself to be their puppet.
Right.
I was barely in office a few weeks when I got a call, for example, like, hey, will you be vice chair of the Democratic National Committee?
Wow.
I didn't seek it out. And my response to that phone call was, what does a vice chair of the DNC even do? I had no idea.
Sounds good. Sounds important.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought, okay, well, I had no idea what this was before, but maybe this is an opportunity where I could try to make an impact in that position. I was welcomed into the Council on Foreign Relations. I didn't know that much about it, but I thought, okay, well, I'm on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Maybe I can go and make an impact there. My name popped up on the WEF website as someone they had designated as a young global leader. I didn't know anything about it. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this is a platform where I can go and deliver my message and bring to the table the things that I care about.
Right.
And so, all these different things came my way. And I took advantage of opportunities to, I ran for Congress because of those experiences that I'd had in the Middle East.
Right.
And spoke out against the kind of globalist policies that the World Economic Forum pushes. I spoke out against these interventionist regime change wars and talked about why they are counter to the interests of the American people.
Right.
And so, like with the World Economic Forum, I didn't get invited to go to speak at any of their events or didn't attend any of their sessions or anything like that. But I think it was important for me in that position to be able to take advantage of those platforms and opportunities to be that voice in the room, maybe the only voice in the room,
right,
saying, no, we, the people, are not here to serve your globalist corporate agenda.
Right.
We, the American people, are not going to cede our sovereignty to some foreign leader or to some multinational corporation. And so, people who attack me for these things, it's unfortunate because they haven't been paying attention. And,
right.
and I answer them just saying, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah. And you never had that opportunity to go and address
No. I don't know that I was ever invited. I don't think I ever was, and certainly never attended.
They put you on the website because
they put me on the website, and I found that it was a surprise to me that I ended up on the website. But I think, the thing is that all of these things happen because the quote unquote powers that be saw a potential for me to be one of their puppets that they could groom. And we've all, we see these politicians in office today who fulfilled that purpose.
Yeah.
But once they realize that I'm not that person,
right,
and that I actually think for myself, and I, will stand up for our country and for our security and stand up against the war machine, very quickly they're like, oh,
yeah,
maybe we don't want her in these positions. My name and picture got taken off the World Economic Forum website, and like I said, I wasn't invited to go and speak at these different things.
Yeah,
and so it kind of speaks to the how both Washington and kind of these globalist organizations work.
Right.
And it's something that, we should be aware of. But I think most importantly is take advantage of these opportunities to speak up and to expose them for who they are and what they're about and what their actual interests are.
So
and that's what I've dedicated my time to doing.
You wouldn't be opposed to going there and speaking on behalf of the American people and say,
I've said so many times, I will go and speak to anyone, anywhere to further the interests of the American people, our national security and peace. We have to. Otherwise, what are we going to do? We're going to sit in a room together and talk to people we only agree with and just hope and pray something changes and like those assholes in office are somehow magically going to leave? No.
Right.
We have to. And this is what, if we're concerned about our foreign policy, if we're concerned about the direction our country is headed in, if we're concerned about how our freedoms are being undermined by those in positions of power, both in government, in the media, in big tech, what do we do? Do we remain silent? Do we sit in a room with an echo chamber of people who only agree with us?
No.
Or do we find that courage and conviction in our own hearts because we really care about this country that we love and we care about the future that we're leaving behind for the kids and the generations who will come after us, and take that step into what can be a scary place, into a place that can open you up to attacks, because we have to fight for our future.
Right.
We cannot think that our freedoms, that our Constitution will remain unless we stand up, we the people stand up and fight for it, every one of us.